Talk Shit Radio is a Kennedy Studios Productions. The opinions stated by various contributors to Talk Shit Radio and its radio programs are not to be considered as or endorsed by Kennedy Studios Incorporated. Visitors are urged to use their own discretion to draw their own conclusions. All information, products, services, and use of this website is for entertainment purposes only and personal use only. Talk Shit Radio Network does not confirm nor deny the validity or accuracy of the information contained within the website or broadcast. Any services or products provided by Talk Shit Radio Network and its host contributors should be used solely for entertainment purposes only.
Welcome to Talk Shit Radio.
Hello?
Yeah, is this Mike the mechanic?
Yes, it is. How can I help you?
Listen, I got a little trouble with my car.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what can I do for you? What kind of car is it, first of all?
Well, it's a 1940. What the hell is that noise in the background?
Hold on a second.
Holy shit, try to talk to the guy, and all I hear is myself talking back at me. God damn it. Yeah, that's much better. Now I can hear you. All I heard was myself. I thought I was talking to myself. But listen, now, you shut the hell up. I'm trying to talk here, will you? I got a 1935 Chevy Mercury Sable, and it's got a bad converter valve. I know it because I could hear it as I'm driving down the road. Can you tell me something about that? How do I fix it?
I don't have much background in that model car, sir.
You look that up in your book, buddy. Bet you didn't. I knew you didn't know what the hell. I knew you. They lied to me. What? What? What are you saying? I don't know what I'm talking about. You just insulted me. You said I don't know what kind of car I got. What's wrong with you? What kind of business you running here? Your customers call you up and trying to make business and give you some money, and you insult me and tell me I don't know what the hell I'm saying? That's it.
Well,
I tell you.
That's definitely not the intention, sir. What can I do? How would you like me to help you? Can you get it towed over to me?
Well, how the hell you expect me to do that? I got no tow truck.
Do you have AAA?
Well, what the hell's a AAA?
Well, that's a monthly paid insurance policy.
My wife's got triple D's, but...
Hey, good morning. Welcome, everyone, to Talk Shit Radio. I am back on the air with my normal broadcaster, so I've got all my sound effects, all my stories, all my bits, and all my shit right in front of me, ready to do the news, ready to rock and roll and get this day started. So, TGIF, everyone. Welcome to a brand new day. What the hell is that? You mind turning that shit down in the background over there? Or put your headphones on or something. So, welcome to Talk Shit Radio, everyone. Like I said, this is Friday, man, and just welcome to a brand new day. We are here live at Kennedy Studios, and I got to tell you, I'm excited. I talked to Stitch just the other day, my partner, and him and I have worked out a bunch of things. We got this studio coming, and my God, I'm just really excited and looking forward to do everything with Stitch that we got coming on. We've got so much in store for our audience. The 3-hour show is coming back, folks. We are coming back with the 3-hour show. The minute we get into the new studio, I'm going to get myself some real hosts, some people that actually want to contribute. And, we're coming back to 3 hours a day. And then from the 3-hour show, it'll go right into a news program and so on and so forth. Once we get on the air, we are not coming off the air. That is the bottom line. Again, welcome, Talk Shit Radio Network, Talk Shit Radio. It's a Friday. I'm glad to see everybody is up and about and doing their thing. Nobody in the chat room yet. I've got the new chat room up so I can sit here and bullshit with you as we go. I know Silent Mish is diligently working right now now to get in the chat room. We're going to start out first things first, okay? I got this news story that I found on your Newswire, and like I said, I'm back in my old setup, so I've got all my news stories in front of me. First thing I want to go over, there's a few things, is instead of putting fluoride in the water, they're thinking about using clay. Now, I didn't read into the story, and I don't know much about it, so I'm not going to talk about it, but I just figured I'd throw that out there, a little food for thought. We're going to be brushing our teeth with clay in it, so that should taste real good. You might as well just go grab a handful of sand and go for it. I'll tell you what, your teeth will shine, that's for sure. It's just like using baking soda and peroxide. No difference. I mean, you know, it's yeah. Anyway, moving on. Now, what else do we have here? Courtney Love says that Kurt Cobain was killed by the CIA. I don't know what you guys think of that, but looking at the evidence and everything that I've looked at and seen with the movie, what the hell was the name of that damn movie? I'll have to put that up on the Facebook page later. It's a story about the life and death, well, more of the death of Kurt Cobain, and I got to tell you, it points to everything, or every direction points to Courtney Love killed Kurt Cobain for his money. She was just a poor little old junkie who, you know, I don't know. It's a funny story, but it's not so funny. I'll be honest with you. Now, I feel great sitting where I'm sitting because I've got all my well, hell, let's face it, I got my console in front of me. I'm not broadcasting from the phone anymore, the mobile broadcaster as we call it, which, don't get me wrong, I'm going to do a lot more of because it's fun. It's a lot of fun being able to go wherever the hell I want to go. Sit outside, sit inside, go around the block, go down the block. You know how it is. All right, so to Hernando County news, I've got something that I want to talk about real quick. And I mean real quick. Deputies are looking for a missing Hernando woman. She's not been seen since Saturday morning in the Riverdale area. Now, if you see what I'm seeing, okay, good morning, Silent Mish. Thank you for joining us in the chat room. If you see what I'm seeing, her last name definitely explains a lot. The woman's name is Kathleen Mary Strange. And I would have to say, by the looks of this one, she's a little strange. Who knows what happened to her? We you know, it's all the way on the eastern side of Hernando. God knows what's out there. We all know what's out there, and it's the woods and hillbillies and children of the corn type shit. Yeah, so who knows what happened to that one? But she's been missing since Saturday, and I'll go ahead and I'll get this story up on the Facebook page a little bit after the show, so for everybody to check out. Now, this is great because, like I said, I'm able to go back and forth and check the news and do all my shit that I usually do. So I miss having my broadcaster back up the way it is, my console the way I have it set up, and I think Silent Mish is going to be taking some pictures for us on on her cell phone or on the new Nikon that I've got. Actually, went into a pawn shop. Just schmying around as I usually do, and I seen this Nikon camera. Now, it's one of the, you know, compact units. The lens don't come off, but when it comes to camera equipment and recording equipment and all that kind of shit, I am a sucker for it. So I see this thing, and it's sitting there for $79, and there ain't no way I'm paying $79, even though it's a $200 camera. So I look at the guy and said, I'll give you $60. And he looks at me, and he shakes his head, and I was getting ready to say, well, all right, see you later, bro. Walked out the door, you know, but he says, well, let me check on that. Sure enough, I paid $60 for this little Nikon camera. So we're going to take some pictures with that thing today, get me sitting here bullshitting to you guys. And, yeah, we're moving right along. Looking at Klystron 9 provided by Bay News 9 here in the Tampa Bay area. And it looks like we've got some very minimal moisture in the air. And it doesn't look like we have any rain except for a couple of 100 miles out in the Gulf down there by Cape Coral. So nothing really to worry about. Looks like the Keys are getting hammered right now. So if you're on your way down to Florida Keys expecting to have a good time today, forget it. It's raining. Let's see what we got. Traffic-wise, it is, it's actually moving pretty good. Traffic-wise, usually about this time it always is. We've got, on the northbound side, Hillsborough Avenue, slow down to about 17 miles an hour, and that is the Suncoast Parkway heading north. Normal slowdowns at Malfunction Junction are actually moving rather well. Everything looks green. Everything's over 35, 40 miles an hour, so we're good. Now, 686 connector, and that's going across. This is the Gandy Bridge. Just before you approach the bridge, we've got some bullshit going on. Looks like it's slowing down to about 12 miles an hour, so be careful going as you're heading through there. We got an accident on Hillsborough Avenue, and Dale Mabry reported about 6 minutes ago, slowing down both sides. So if you're heading that way, try and avoid that. Then you have the long-term road construction out there on 75. Other than that, folks, shit is looking good. Now, if you're coming down US 19 and you're heading over to alternate 19, you have those normal slowdowns going through Tarpon Springs all the way down to about 7 miles an hour. And if you're used to driving that way, then that's nothing new. Sarasota, we're going to move over to this infant. Now, I know everybody's been following this story. Chance Walsh. He's been missing since October 4th. They did find what they believe to be Chance's body. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read this story because this story really, really bothers me a lot. If the parents have let me read this. Sarasota Sheriff's deputies said they have found the body of an infant who they believe is that of Chance Walsh. According to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, the body of the baby was found in Northport, Florida. They have not yet confirmed the identity of the baby, which they will very soon. Detectives said they have been searching for the 2-month-old Chance since October 4th. The baby has not been seen since September 9th. So the baby has not been seen since September 9th. They started the search on October 4th. This is disgusting. Investigators got a tip about where the baby might be buried. Oh my God! So now they found. Not only did they find it, they found the baby buried already. The detectives have said they confirmed their worst fears. The location where the remains were found was about 2 miles from his grandparents' home in a wooded area on Elliott Court. Friends and family left messages outside the former home of the Walsh's parents on Thursday evening. I'm not too sure what's going on. Chance's parents, Kristen Burry and Joseph Walsh, remain in custody in South Carolina on charges of child neglect with great bodily harm. Investigators said the parents had given conflicting stories to family members as to what happened to their son. Oh, my God. Listen, not that I'm condoning this, not that I think it's cool or any bullshit like that, but holy shit, get your story straight, people. Come on. Including that he died in a car crash and that they had given him to a stranger in a hotel in Georgia. So one said he died in a car crash that went unreported. The other one said that they gave him to somebody in Georgia. Well, first of all, I mean, wouldn't you be grieving if your kid died in a car crash, number one? And you got to be some sick, pardon my French, but freaking bastard, I won't even say it, to give your kid to somebody in a hotel room? What the hell's wrong with people, man? I don't get that. That one totally blows me away. A search of the couple's home revealed small amounts of blood in the bed and pillows, comforter, and mattress, as well as a blood-spotted pattern on the walls. The door, the mirror, and the light fixture, according to documents. The investigators included federal authorities as well as law enforcement in South Carolina, Georgia. Authorities said there are no other persons of interest that they are looking for. What was that, Silent Mish? I couldn't hear you. I had my headphones on over here. Silent Mish is over there in the background of the studio saying exactly what I think everybody who has been following this story is thinking, that I hope they rot in jail. I hope some big, and he doesn't even have to be black, I hope he's just some big, giant, 900-pound, fat, sweaty dude to where when he lays his belly on your back, you know you are now in the same hell that your wife is in, because I hope they have the same 655,000-pound fat chick over in the female cell shoving a broomstick up your ass, because you deserve it, lady. Disgusting. Unbelievably disgusting. I cherish my kids. I just did, a week's worth of show about, how our kids are our most important thing and how I'd go to the ends of the earth for my kid to a certain point, of course. And these people destroyed the life of their child. They deserve to die. They really deserve the death penalty. I don't know if South Carolina has it, but they deserve it. And I've never said that about anybody. All right, so we all know about GMOs, genetically modified organisms, how Monsanto and all of that is the front runner on genetically modified organisms in foods and all of that, and blah, blah, blah. So Italy and Australia banned GMOs as anti-GMO countries unite. So now what we have going on here, and this is a really great freaking thing, I got to be honest with you, because this is something that needs to be stopped. I had no idea what GMOs and Monsanto and all of that was until we had Joseph Bala. And I think anyone who has been with the show for quite some time will remember Joseph. He is the first host that I had on the show with me. Joseph had explained to me what Monsanto was, and he's the one that, opened my eyes, and they are monsters. They genetically modify our foods. They basically, in a nutshell, they screw shit up. A lot of countries won't even let their products, anything that Monsanto and anything that's genetically modified in their country. And that's because, I was explaining it to someone the other day. Let's say Monsanto goes to this country here and says, you have to buy seeds from us. And whatever that was, it didn't sound good. And why do I have a feeling it was because of my dog? Yeah, because it was. Genetically modified organisms, they're not good for anyone. They screw your body up. They give you cancers. We've had rats, pet rats, our whole life. And we have fed them dog food that has come from places where it's genetically modified. And pedigree, not pedigree, what is the other one? Purina, or pedigree or Purina, I forget which one it is. One of those two is the worst for that, and it just we've always had tumors and things like that in our pet rats. Now I guarantee if I didn't feed them that food and fed them straight human food that's good for us, they wouldn't have gotten them tumors. My point is what happens is they'll take a corn seed and make it to where once that flower grows and you get your corn, you just can't get any seeds off of it. After that, it won't produce seeds. You have to go back to, let's say Monsanto and buy more seeds from them. And it was just killing farmers to the point where they just couldn't afford it. Now the country is waking up, and a lot of countries are rejecting anything that's GMO modified or anything like that. So, but other than that, I mean, it's. Let's face it, when you see the pictures on the TV of these chickens with 4 heads or just that them weird animals all screwed up, or because they can't even stand, or it's all because of genetics and things that we've done to our own food. So let's move on. Enough on that one. We only got about 11 minutes left of the show. I am so looking forward to getting my 3-hour show back. What we're going to talk about, I don't know, but I guarantee it's going to be filled with phone calls from people. I'm going to be bringing people into the studio. We're going to get some interns into the studio to do odd jobs for us. One of them is to take the mobile broadcaster and go out on the street and talk to people, because that's one of the things we want to do. Stitch and I are working on a few shows where we have a live audience come in, sit down, and we go back and forth, and we debate with the audience, debate with our guests. I'm going to try and get some politicians in here, some lawyers. So we're going to do a lot of things. As soon as I can get down there and get inside to the studio again, I will take some pictures and post it before, after pictures as we're building it, because it's just an empty warehouse right now. So we got to go in and we got to build all the walls and all of that. So, all right. So former CIA operative Wayne Simmons. Turns out Wayne Simmons is Fox News' CIA expert. And apparently he's been arrested for lying about being in the CIA. Apparently he was never in the CIA. And finally the CIA said, well, hey, wait a minute. Who the hell's this guy? So that's pretty good. And there, it just goes to show that if you're going to tell some bullshit story, make sure that it's not on national TV and who you're telling them about. That's like me saying I own All Phase Logistics. You know, John doesn't. Especially when John's sitting there listening to the show. You know what I mean? Come on. Really? Hello? I am the director of the CIA. That's what I'm going to start saying. I'm the director of the CIA secretly. Fuck that. They can arrest you for that shit. Pardon my French. All right. How the mainstream media. Okay, so this is funny, and it says F asterisk Cade. So obviously it's how the mainstream media. Bernie Sanders following the debate. Well, we really don't want Bernie Sanders anywhere near the debate, so I don't think they got screwed. Rubio just said he would risk World War III to enforce a no-fly zone in Syria. Mark Rubio, you're an asshole. And if you're willing to risk World War III for the no-fly zone over Syria, I'll tell you what. Let's take you, your sons, your daughters, your whole family. Let's slap a freaking rifle in your hands and send you over to Syria and see how you feel about World War III then. I guarantee you'll have a different outlook. All right, so what else do we got? That's about really all that's going on in the news. We got Halloween coming up. We're not too far away from Halloween. Hell, you know, we've got, what, a week, 2 weeks? It's well, you got next Friday, and then it's the following Friday. So you got exactly 2 weeks from today for Halloween. My point to bringing up Halloween is, you know, I mean, we're always worried about giving our kids that candy and them getting poisoned and all of that kind of good stuff. I remember as a kid, you know, you had to worry about razor blades and your candy and pins and all of that. Well, guess what? We live in a world where you still have to worry about that kind of stuff. So remember to tell your children not to eat anything. Not that they listen, I'm sure. But at least teach them to check a little tiny bit before they eat it. I mean, John says, morning, F Halloween. Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you. John's one of them guys who closes out all the windows and the doors, darkens his house, and doesn't answer the door, ain't you? I know it. I know you are. To where I'm one of them kind of guys where I do up my whole front of the house, put on a costume, and sit out there and wait for the little fuckers to come up and scare the shit out of them. I love doing it. Last year, I hit up in the tree and jumped out of the tree at him. I almost broke a hip, so I won't be doing that this year. Yeah, no, I'm not, you know, for Halloween that much anymore, brother. I'll be honest with you. You've heard me say it, and good morning and welcome to the show, my friend. You've heard me say it a few times. You know, we put our Halloween decorations out 2 days before Halloween, take them down a day after. I'm just not with it, man. I guess it's the whole having to pick up and put away all that shit after it's just sitting out there in the dirt. I don't know. I don't know what do you think about this former CIA operative Wayne Simmons, the Fox CIA expert, arrested for lying about being in the CIA? I think that's really, really cool. What a dumbass.
Is that like impersonating an officer?
I don't know if that's impersonating an officer or not. Asylum Ish asked me, is that like impersonating an officer? And I'm not sure. I really don't.
CIA, they're not really
The CIA is really not here in this country, remember? So, shh. Yeah. Tom Brady just said Coca-Cola is poison and food companies lie to us. Wow. So now because Tom Brady said this, we should change the way Coca-Cola is made, and food companies we should change labeling because Tom Brady said it. It should mean something. The football player, Tom Brady, the football player. You heard me? I screwed that one all up. The football player. What? Oh, he thanks God after he gets down on a touchdown. And listen, dude, I don't care who you are and what you say. God had nothing to do with the touchdown. It had everything to do with the fear of your ass getting tackled from the 4 tons running down the field behind you. Sorry, that would be my interpretation. Let's see. Black Palestinian Alliance emerge to confront global violence and racism. Yeah. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Here's a good one. Lawsuit filed against psychologists who orchestrated U.S. torture program. Well, you better have a good lawyer because, I'm sure that the United States is going to protect the shit out of those psychologists. They're going to either protect them or they're going to throw them to the wolves and say, here, you're on your own. Deal with this yourselves. You know what I mean? Like Darth Vader did. Let them through. I will deal with them myself. That was in Return of the Jedi, remember? Yeah, these are not the droids you're looking for. Nice. We've got about 4 minutes left of the show. Let's see what else I got over here. What else we got for laughs? Tribes fight back against illegal loggers on native land. Brazilian is notorious for unlawful deforestation. Operations in the Amazon. Yeah, well, we've seen it all the time in movies. I mean, hell, hasn't anybody seen Medicine Man? That was an illegal, deforestation. Yeah. Yoka. All right, so Bernie Sanders, elephant in the room. That's the headline. It's time for Bernie Sanders to address this. Alrighty then. I can't afford to come in late on 30 minutes. No, you can't. You miss everything. John, he says, damn, I can't afford coming in late on 30 minutes. No, everything's over then. You missed it all. Yeah, hold on, bye-bye. Welcome to the show. See you later, bye. Rip it down. Looks like shit. Anyway, did the traffic. Did the sports. No, I didn't do the sports because I hate the sports. I don't do the sports. I'm not. Well, not that I hate sports. I don't really know anything about sports, so I just don't report on them. But I do promise we will once we get into the new studio. And John, this is basically what I went over first of the show. I've locked down the new studio. I've got a rather large warehouse that we're going to be getting into. Not me. I can't say me. I did not do anything. Oh, that's right. Johnny's a baseball fan, so maybe we'll have John call in and do the baseball report every day. The Cubs won? Oh, the Chicago Cubs she's yelling about. And John's over here posting New York Mets win. Yeah. We beat the Chicago Cubs. Oh, shit. I don't know. When do they play? When do they play? When did they play? I don't know. I don't follow football. I'm football. Listen to me. It's not football. I know. I'm trying here. I'm trying. It's baseball. I don't do sports, exactly, because I'd be reporting on one thing. I'd be reporting on basketball, telling them instead of their scoring goals, telling them they're making touchdowns or some shit like that. I don't know. That's why when Timmy was here, I left all the sports to him because he knew what the hell he was talking about. I didn't know what the hell was going on. On sports, yeah, a whole sports show. I'm going to have a sports deal, I think, but it just ain't going to be me. Like I said, once we get into the other studio, I got a lot of other shows that we're going to be putting on. Can you shh? Thank you. All right. Read the chat, but read it to yourself. This way I can finish the show. What? You don't think that's funny? I did. All right, so Silent Mish says Cubs will win. Chicago Cubs will win. Nice. All right. For those of you that ain't following us in the chat room, you're missing out because there's a lot of fun shit going on. But we've got we've got less than a minute, almost 30 seconds left of the show. I really appreciate everybody joining us, chatting, bullshitting, listening to my crap. It's Friday, man. It's welcome to a brand new day, and we've got 30 seconds left. So in reality, I want to say again, thanks to everyone. I love the fact that we're almost into a big studio. Going to get our 3-hour show back again. Going to produce a bunch of other shows. Talk Shit Radio Network is coming back. Slowly but surely, we're firing her back up. Again, thanks everyone. Have a great weekend. We got about 10 seconds left. I really appreciate it. Peace out.